Hello. If there is one life lesson that I have learned that I wish that everyone knew, it's that progress matters more than perfection. Between your GPA, extracurriculars, and resume, it can get a little overwhelming. However, I have learned something important. Life does not come from being perfect. It comes from making mistakes and learning from them. Successful people in life did not get to where they are today by being perfect. They became who they are today by learning from their mistakes, improving step by step, and by pushing through the difficult classes. This is how I have changed my approach throughout life. I have personally had this mind frame throughout the most of my high school experience and at the beginning of college. Throughout my first class last semester, I personally walked into class with this mindset, thinking that everything was going to be perfect. However, on the first test that I took, I actually failed on it. And rather than crumbling from this, I learned from my mistakes, figured out what I did wrong, and on the next test that I took, I actually scored a 95, and I ultimately ended up getting an A in that class. So life does not come from being perfect. If you were perfect, then life would not be how it is today. So if there's one life lesson that I wish that everyone knew, it's that don't be afraid of failure if you want to try something new. Because if you want to really learn something new, it comes from making failures and figuring out what works best. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope you all have a great rest of the semester. Thank you.